You guys are such
Ladies and
naturals.
gentlemen, it is time for Pouring Takes with your hosts, Charlie and Rhea. Today we have a special guest, Mr. DJaZteca.
Heck yeah, welcome to Pouring Takes Podcast here at Underdog Restaurant and Sports Club. Again, I'm Charlie Van.
And I am Rhea, seated between two of the most lovely gentlemen in the world, producer Tanner to my left.
Hello.
And our special guest today, Urban, DJaZteca, graphic designer, extraordinaire, future MMA superstar, and the genius behind the Pouring Takes beautiful Pegasus. Hey, how you doing?
Doing great.
Welcome. And we
for
so
having
love your work and bringing this image to life, bringing Pouring Takes to life, also helping our buddy Tanner here. And what are you drinking?
I'm drinking IPA. You know, start off the night with IPA. And I don't usually drink on Mondays, but for Pouring Takes, I got to pour, you know what I mean?
All right. I like
There it
it.
is.
So anytime there's a pun, you got to drink.
So you got to drink.
All right, bet.
We drink for puns and sexual innuendos.
Ooh. Dang,
Which
it's
is
the type of
often.
vibe tonight.
It is awesome.
You can only guess who makes what.
Oh, I bet.
What do you like to drink normally?
Man, so I've done a little bit of bartending, bar back. Like, I've done a little bit of everything, but tequila is my go-to for sure. But I'll drink vodka. I've drank whiskey. I've drank Conor McGregor's whiskey.
Gross.
So everything.
Yeah, pretty much anything and everything.
He does not discriminate.
Jaeger. I'll do whatever. You know, whatever the vibe is. Like, I'm here for it.
Yikes.
When we first met, and every time we went out, you would drink this one tequila cocktail, and it was pretty. What was that?
Tequila Sunshine.
Yes.
Oh, nice. I like that name. What's in that? Exactly?
It's tequila, cranberry, and pineapple.
Ooh, it
Yeah,
sounds like a
it's-
vacation.
Oh my god, it's so good, but a lot of calories. So I had to be more conscious about that.
Yeah, we are all health conscious this week. We didn't have our normal pregame cocktails. We
No.
drank
And we'll
water.
have the post game cocktail then,
I'm so wore out from the weekend. I'm like, man.
It was a weekend.
bro. I
can't
feel like
hang.
everybody planned everything on the 12th, man.
That's
Yeah,
right.
the 12th was big. Like, this whole weekend was big. We had UFC. I did $5 martinis.
Hola.
Charlie went to Brewfest.
I went to Brewfest. I also saw our buddy Tanner here Friday night at
Yeah.
Double Wide.
That's
I played
right.
2 different rock shows this weekend, man.
Also- Actually, I went to a show right before your show. I went to the 411 with our buddy Garrett
That's right, you did.
at Will Call. So it was showception, but it was all fun. You know,
Oh,
I love
boy.
that.
So you bounce around to all of these bars with music venues in them?
Yeah.
Which one is your favorite one to go to see Tanner play?
Ooh, I would say my all-time favorite probably would be, out of all of them, Twilight, just for the intimacy of it.
Yeah,
and,
Twilight's
and it's
great.
more
I
my
love
age
Twilight.
bracket there.
Yeah.
Hardwood Arms, nothing against it, but you know, I'm checking IDs too over there. It's just a younger crowd, but I think Twilight is probably my favorite.
Back
Yeah.
patio Twilight, huh?
So.
Yeah.
We
What
haven't
about
played the back patio because we were too loud.
Oh, too loud and deep.
Hey, turn down for what?
I
You
know,
what's
right?
up?
That's right, man.
What is your favorite venue to play at then?
I gotta say, we played Double Wide on Saturday or on Friday, and it was super fun.
Yeah, I would say Double White's a good one.
That's like the right size. You're up high enough. It's compact, so everybody feels nice and close. And it's a great crowd over there. They get the bit. Man, it's a lot of fun.
What is next for Double Bear and Teen Wolves over the next few
I mean,
weeks?
if we can convince old Ross, we'll be playing this stage.
I do like this stage.
It's fun. We've done it before.
Yes, you have. New Year's. I had the best time on New Year's with you guys.
Oh, yeah, man.
Well, you got pools coming up, pool season.
Yes.
So Team
Yeah.
Wolves at the pool.
Yeah, I'd love to do Teen Wolves at the pool,
Poolside.
beach
You gotta get our
party.
hot summer
Oh my
buddies
God!
for
Weren't
that.
you also gonna start doing yacht rock?
Man, I really
Overboard.
want to.
I want it so badly.
There are
for
so
you.
many better yacht rock groups in this town.
Hey, competition, man.
You
I'm
could
saying.
do a little test and learn. Like throw it in there, mix it in there with a Double Bear.
I'd love that.
That'd be fun. A little switch up for the summer. What about you? Did you do anything wild this weekend
Oh,
outside
my
of
goodness.
UFC shenanigans?
So I had to make a whole note because I got invited to like literally 4 different things. So I had to like go an hour here, an hour there, an hour there. So I started
Okay,
off.
we get it. You're popular.
No, I just
That's called good organization skills right there.
It's just everybody decided to like plan everything on the 12th, and I didn't want to like not show up to what I needed. So I went to the baby shower for my sister Celeste. Shout out Celeste.
Oh.
That was the pregame. I ate a little bit of food. You know, that's probably the only meal I ate all day. And then I had a couple beers there. So that was like obviously the early pregame. And then I went to the Janjira Muay Thai Festival over there in Carrollton.
Yes,
Shout out
I
Pong.
heard that was happening.
His
Yeah.
festival. And man, there was drinks everywhere there. You know, the whole VIP
Yeah.
treatment, all that. And then after that, I had to go to one of my homies, Chloe Boston. She is a singer. She had like a little private event. And then on top of that, then Steven Ninja Wint hit me up, and he was like, "Hey, come to Friends Only and finish watching the main card." So yeah, that was my night.
It's a day.
That was. I don't know
What
if I
a
can do
day.
that anymore.
Oh, and I also went to Kessler Studios. This lady
Oh
named
yeah,
Kathy.
I saw that on
Oh
your
man,
Instagram
she had a
story.
music festival. Yeah, so it was.
And
I was on the
you
bender.
did Brewfest.
Yeah, I did
How's
a
that?
big Texas beer fest at Fair Park. Got to see a lot of breweries, try a lot of different beer.
Anything
So-
new and exciting?
Yeah, I mean it's just cool because I mean I have my kind of go-tos, and you know, if you don't go to the tap room, you don't get to see what they're really doing. So you know, Petticola has had a really good one on. I would say one that always hits is it slaps hits? What's the popular term these?
Slaps?
Yeah, is it slaps? Is
Did
it
you
can
say
use either
slap
one.
tits?
Hey yo, what?
No,
Oh,
no.
Slap tit. It
I'm like
slaps
99% sure I heard
No.
slap tits.
I said,
We
does
gotta
it
take a
slap
drink for
it?
that one, dude.
Drink right there. You already. We do not condone that.
I mean, it depends on what you're into.
Deschutes always
Dang.
has some good stuff. So, Celestial has this nice smoothie beer that's purple. Kind of looks like ooze from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Ooh.
So it's really
Slimy.
good. It's very smoothie. Easy. So, yeah, there's a lot of good ones. It's just good supporting these breweries because it's the one time where you get to see them all.
So I'm gonna roast you a little bit.
All
Charlie
right.
had a great time on Saturday at
Oh,
the brewery festival.
Once again, I did go to Brewfest before.
And then we met up for the main card of the UFC fights, and Charlie was over here somewhere. I don't know what
Hey.
happened to Charlie, but he
Charlie's-
was over there.
Hey, that's how you know it was a good night, bro.
I had to go back and look through the main card just to see what.
I had to rewatch the card too, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Am I the only one that was like
You were sober
somewhat
during the
sober?
card. What?
So I had a lot of beer this weekend as well. I tried Raw Brewery's Adios Panelones this
Yeah,
week.
I love it. You know what that means, right?
Yes, I know what it
Okay.
means, you silly goose. By the way, it's a really good beer. It's essentially a Dos Equis with extra lemon and lime,
Yeah.
and that's right up my alley. So that was what I was drinking Saturday, and then I came here and I was drinking my Manhattan Brewery Peacekeeper because of you, that is my favorite beer. And then
It's very delicious.
I might have to try it.
And then on Sunday, we ventured out to Fort Worth to a brewery called 3 Wide.
Yep, 3 Wide. They're a little bit newer.
Yeah, they recently opened. We did a beer flight there, and they had like a blueberry Pilsner, I think it was. So fucking good. So good. And I do not like fruit in my beers. Like, I just do not. Fruit is for wine, not beer. And I genuinely, ooh la la.
So, is this the morphine drink you were talking about?
No,
you
this
so
is.
much.
I'm gonna get hulked.
Oh,
Sort of.
okay.
nice.
Speaking
Hey,
of
guys.
drinks,
like
tonight,
Dallas
as we
Wings.
know,
Robin's joining us. Here she goes.
as we know, tonight is the WNBA draft, and about 20 minutes ago, the Wings selected Paige Beckers. So here to chat us through what this is beautiful bartender Robin.
All right, guys, how are y'all doing? So tonight we have a wing Paige Turner.
Ooh.
It is,
I like it.
yes.
It's
So
cute.
we have our
So
Dallas Wing
pretty.
colors are green and blue. It's amazing. And
Smells
so
good, too.
bottoms up, guys. Hope y'all enjoy.
What's going on with mine?
Yeah,
So
what's
yours.
Tanner's?
You
Tanner's
you
is
got
not
the
a
opposite
Wings fan
team.
today.
Yeah.
Tanner is
Get like
a
the
Wing- he's a
Arizona
Wings fan
Suns or
every day.
You-
Tan Man's got, this is just a little bit different, but it's better. It's still just as good.
Yeah.
Kansas
We've
City
got
Chiefs
Midori
over
Blue
there.
Carousel and
Tanner, you got traded.
almost like a spirit snack.
Amazing. Thank you, Robin.
Thank
okay,
you. Cheers.
cheers.
Oh yeah, Tanner's like,
Thanks for having me, guys.
he's like,
Yeah.
it is liquid. It's going in my mouth.
Hey, whatever.
Ooh, that is yummy.
Man,
That's yummy.
Ooh.
so tasty.
Robin is
tastes like a green
constantly
tea shot, I'm not
bringing
gonna
it with like yummy shots.
That was good.
Yes.
Hi, Charlie.
How are you? Thank you
I
so
love it.
much.
I'm
Well,
good.
thank
Nice to
you
meet
for helping us wing it over here. We love that.
Drink.
Love it.
You guys have some puns, man.
Oh, goodness. Well, again, that was Bartender Robin with a Paige Turner, a Dallas Wings Paige Turner in honor of our new Dallas Wing. And so let's just jump right into it real quick.
Yeah.
How are we feeling about getting Paige? Because I know there was a lot of hesitation. A couple months ago, Paige kind of outright said that she didn't want to be in Dallas. And that was before the Luka trade. Luka gets traded, and then she's like, oh, I'll go wherever
Did
you
she have a little
guys
thing
tell
with
me
Luka?
to.
What?
I think she had some reservations about playing in a smaller market compared to, you know, WNBA right now has 12 teams, well, 13 with the Valkyrie being added. So I think she knows her value. Just
Yeah.
like any good woman does, she knows her value. I
Queen.
didn't feel like she should be, quote, settling for Dallas. And then all these things happen. She got to see how passionate the Dallas fan base could be. And maybe that kind of changed her mind about coming here. But you never know with these things. Trades can happen. I literally was watching a podcast last week about 4 potential trade packages that could be offered up for her tonight on draft night. But as it stands right now, Paige is a Dallas Wing. How are we feeling, guys?
Feeling excited. I mean, I think it's what you hoped was going to happen, but we've seen before. You never know. And I'm sure some of the reservation, too, you know, new coach. It's, you know, coming in a different situation.
New coach, new GM.
But we just watched her kill it in the national championship game. And
The whole tournament.
the whole tournament,
so
she was on
consistent.
fire. So she was Paige Buckets. And what better way to bring some extra hope and energy here into DFW and come and take over this team and really add and bring that fire, especially because they're going to be going into a new arena soon.
Yep, next
And
year they will
so-
move from Arlington to downtown Dallas. They'll be playing in the convention center.
Ah.
So, and they did move one of the games into the AAC when Caitlin Clark comes to visit. So,
Spotlight.
and then one of my friends just texted me the TV schedule for the Wings. The Wings have one of the highest number of nationally televised games this season as well. The world wants to see Paige. So
Yeah, she's cute.
we're gonna have a lot of eyeballs on us, and yes, she's beautiful. How does it feel to get to objectify female athletes now that women's sports are more mainstream? Because you hear from women all the time, like, oh, he's so hot, and
Yeah.
he's got a great butt, and he's a young, sexy
Are
coach.
we talking
She
about
is beauty.
Philly and then Sean McVay here?
Yes, we
Is
are.
that what we're talking about?
now
I've
now
seen
the
the memes.
tables can turn. Now you can talk to me about how hot Paige and Haley Van Lith are.
They,
A little
they
tall
are-
for me, but
They are
she's
easy
cute.
on the ice. They are
All
easy
the same
on the
height
ice.
laying down, you
They
know
got
what I mean?
great personalities. You know. No, but it's exciting for the Wings. Happy for them, and I think you mentioned season tickets sold out.
Yep, already
So
done
that's
deal.
a good positive
We gotta
right
pull
there
up on it.
already.
Yeah, we're working on it. We are working
we
on
are
an
working
opportunity
some-
with the
some
Wings.
wing stuff.
We got lots of things in the works when it comes to women's sports on this show because I can't keep my mouth shut. I love my girls.
Slay
So
bad.
She's a
Baddies.
good wing woman.
I am a good wing
Oh,
woman.
I
My
try at times as
goodness.
wingman.
Oh no, we can get into that. Single Rhea and single Charlie going out. I used to pull
Ooh,
girls
dangerous.
for Charlie all the time.
Man.
You guys have great voices anyway, so I bet you guys are good on the phone, you know what I mean?
We did karaoke. That's how we.
That's how it goes.
That's how we pulled
Duet.
people.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
We had a whole bit. I made him do High School Musical with me once. It was
You know
great.
what? I don't think she fully made me. I think, all right, let's try it.
Yeah.
Let's try it.
Who was Troy?
I mean, I am an alto now.
Oh, that's funny. That's hilarious. But yeah, super stoked about Paige. We do have the 12th pick, which is the final pick in the first round, as well as I believe it was like the second or
Who do you guys think they're going to choose for the 12?
I don't know. I really want them to go with someone on the taller side. I think we could use someone to complement Tierra McCowan because a lot of these other top-tier teams in the WNBA have that length, that size advantage, can bang in the post. I mean, you think like Breanna Stewart, for
Bang in the
example.
post? Hey, yo.
She bangs. She
Okay,
bangs.
when you say it about
Hey,
a
yo,
guy, apparently
pause.
it's okay. But now I'm saying it about women, and you guys are like, ew, you're
Man,
gross.
you don't remember when Charles Barkley got all ashamed because he's like, when this man's banging,
banging? Oh,
he's
that's
banging
funny.
it.
man.
When he's banging them.
The
Where's-
memes.
where's
the
Luke?
memes.
Get away with it.
Where's
Banging,
Luke to
banging.
do his Charles Barkley voice?
I did not bang with that lady. It wasn't me.
Well, boys, banging them.
Well, I'm stoked.
I love Charles Barkley.
I'm stoked
cool
at the
people.
state of women's basketball, potentially the future of basketball in Dallas post Luka. We have something to look forward to this summer. WNBA season tips off officially at the mid or end of May. I can't remember the dates
I gotta stay
quite,
posted. I
but
haven't
training
watched
camp
it,
starts the 27th. What?
I said I gotta stay posted. I haven't watched a Wings match, so
You
I gotta check
ride
it
with
out.
me. Ride with me this
I'm down.
summer.
And you
Oh,
got
we're
to think
going,
how
man.
happy
I'm open.
Enrique's going to be.
Yes, Enrique. This is the perfect compliment for her. Enrique doesn't have to play iso ball anymore. She's going to have Paige to be there to set her up, and Paige is going to be open to hit those outside shots when Enrique is being double and triple teamed. Enrique is the second highest scorer in the league. So this is amazing. This is the partnership Enrique's been hoping and praying for. And then I can't wait to see how the new Wings are all integrated in the system under the new coach. It's something to look forward to. I'm very
It sounds like they're gonna be better than the Mavericks.
I think so.
I think
Wow.
the ceiling is
Truly
high.
think so.
I think that might not be saying a whole lot.
Can't be any
but
worse.
It can't be.
I just want to point out,
controversy.
like, before last season, the Wings were in the semifinals.
Yeah, they've
last
been building.
season was a real fuck up, like an absolute fuck up. But we have the potential to be a top tier team here, and basketball is definitely a Dallas thing. So why not?
Now-
Why not us?
Speaking of coaching, because they did make a drastic coaching change.
Yes.
You know, and we talked about that. Kind of
Coach-
surprising.
Coach Kurt came from USC.
Yeah. So how do you feel about, like, from what you know of him, his style? I mean, obviously we see how successful USC's been, but
I mean, he's worked with Juju.
yeah. So what do you think? Do you think there's gonna be some extra aggressiveness, like?
Yeah, I think he's going to bring that tenacity that you see at USC. I feel like that's one of the areas where Coach Trammell kind of lacked, is those girls didn't really play with a fire in their bodies. There was like a certain point where I felt like they just gave up. I went to only one game last season. I went to Wings and Mercury because we had to see Diana Taurasi before she retired. That's
Yeah.
why we went. And the game was competitive. The Mercury weren't better than us. You can see it, but the shot selection was poor. The passing was poor. Like, nobody wanted to be there. I feel like Enrique just is scoring at will because nobody else will.
Yeah.
Granted, Satu Sabali was injured, but now Satu has moved on and now plays for the Mercury, ironically. So it was just really tough to watch because last year we went to a playoff game.
Yeah.
We know how aggressive they are.
Yeah,
I dragged
gets
Charlie. I
to
dragged
this-
Charlie to a playoff game a couple years ago.
Drag me.
Bro, Charlie seems like
the invitation.
Charlie seems like I'll send him a text and be like, "Yes, I'll be there."
Yeah, there's no.
I love that energy.
If it's live and I can do it, I'll be there.
Oh no, I went all in. He and I went. I got my face painted.
It was fun.
I had the best time.
It was
but
packed.
When did you get your face painted? Like, what'd you get on your face?
I did like a unicorn because that's
okay.
like
John
their
Morant
thing.
was there too. Cause
John Morant, yeah. John Morant is like really tight with one of the players. I forgot who it was at the time. But yeah, and then I've been with Macy. I went with Macy Chison from the UFC. I've been to a Wings
Shout out
game
Macy.
with her.
She has a fight coming up.
Yes,
Let's
she
go.
does. May 31st. You see what I
She
did
got
there?
this shit right there.
Nice moves.
Smooth transitions. I see you, Rhea.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm in and out of that building. I
Yeah.
love those women. I'm all in on the Wings. But yeah, I think he is going to bring that aggressive play as well as he's going to teach them how to set each other up, share the ball. I think they're going to play a lot of inside-out ball moving forward because that's what the league is doing right now.
I'm excited to pop my WNBA cherry. So, I mean, I'll go with you
I
guys.
got you. I got you. This is my thing.
It's fun. It's a lot of fun.
Of all the things I could pick to be my thing, this is a dope thing to pick.
That's a
that
pretty
is your
dope
thing.
thing.
It is. And you're coming in at a very, very exciting time.
Very,
So.
very inclusive atmosphere. I mean, so when I went to that Mercury game, for example, one of my girlfriends had season tickets. So I sat with her, and my fiance goes, "I want to go. Diana Taurasi is my favorite player." And I was like, "All right, well, we'll try to get you a ticket near us." And the best we could do was like in the section next to us, maybe up 3 rows. And so he ended up sitting with this group of people, and he had the best time. Everybody was
It'd be
so
like that
nice
sometimes.
to him. He made all these friends. He was like, "I feel comfortable here. I love it here." So it's an inclusive atmosphere, and we love that. We love that for us.
Let me know if you guys want a suite. I got the plug to the suite for that game. So.
You got a plug to suites at College Park?
No, at AAC. If you guys,
okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
Let's
they
do it.
I mean, that would be
They
pretty.
play the Fever
I mean, DJ,
this
that would be
summer.
pretty sweet of you if you can do that.
Hey.
Bro, you're so good at these, bro.
No, I love this for us. Yeah, let's talk.
Yeah, we will.
We will talk. We'll figure this out because that'll be a fun outing.
Maybe pouring takes at the suite.
We can, and we have a lot of crossover between our MMA family. They like WNBA stuff too. We could make some things happen. But anyway,
It's noise.
transitioning. I'm gonna go ahead and just flip the script right now. Let's talk UFC.
Yeah.
Woo-wee!
See, that's my sport. Right
So that is how we all met. Backstory. We all
Fortis
trained
MMA,
at
baby.
Fortis.
Shout out.
Oh, are you gonna go Saturday to the Inner Dojo?
Oh, you know I'll be
Are
there.
you gonna go?
I am. I'm gonna be.
I was nervous to compete because, I don't know, you're competing in front of Coach Safe, the general. And so, you know what? There'll be a time for that.
Okay, talk to me about Coach Safe a little bit because we sing his praises on this show. You know,
You want
we've-
to know how I got to Fortis?
Yeah,
Wait a
tell
second.
us your origin
Hey,
story.
real
All right.
quick,
What?
who are we talking about?
Coach Safe,
Coach Safe, the general. Shout out. One of
Yeah.
the best
the head
coaches
coach
in
at
MMA.
Fortis.
Oh, the head coach at Fortis.
Yes.
Fortis is y'all's
He
fight
brings
gym.
everybody
Yes.
together.
Okay,
Okay,
He brings
sorry.
out the dog in
I
you.
moved really fast.
that's all right.
She passed that ball and.
Brought me up to speed.
All right, so
Tell
it
us.
was around 5 years ago. I was pretty thick. I'm not gonna lie. I walk in on a random Wednesday. He's never there on a Wednesday.
No, never.
Never. I walk in and I was like, "Yo, let me check this out," because I've known Charles Bird from title boxing days.
Shout out Charles. We saw him Saturday.
Yo, I used to train with him back back when I was in college. And anyways, I pull up to Fortis and I meet Coach Safe, and I'm talking about joining an MMA gym, and he calls me straight up. He's like, "Yo, you're fat as fuck. You're supposed to be." And I'm
That
like,
is verbatim, Coach Safe.
Yo,
right
but,
there.
But in my
Honesty.
mind, I'm like, yo, where do I sign? In my mind, I'm like, yo, those are the type of coaches I need. Where do I sign up? He's like, pull up 6 a.m. He used to coach those classes at 6 a.m. I pull up. Oh my God, I die. And then I tell Coach Safe, sign me up. And then history is there. I've been a member ever since. One
Yeah.
of the OGs.
Yeah, I mean, like,
On and off.
if you're an OG, then we are a super OG.
Oh, Ray is super OG
I actually
too.
first. I actually
He started first. He hit it first.
I first met Safe in 2012 before I even joined the gym because he was a coach of Sean Spencer, a good friend, and trainer of mine, and
Sean.
Clayton Mai, who I wrestled in
Shout
high
out.
school with. Those were his earlier guys
Wow.
on his team, and of course Matt Hobar. So I was always interviewing these fighters through radio and call, and of course, passing with him, and I knew it was only going to be a matter of time before I was going to get over there and train with the team, which then was Octagon.
Yeah, I've seen you doing jiu-jitsu there, bro. I've seen
So-
your stories.
Yeah, flexibility
Okay.
is not as much, but no, I love it. You got to stop by. There's so many great talent coaches. Even if you don't want to fight, it's not about that. It's just the health positivity there. And
Dude.
Coach Safe, he wants the best with you. He'll give you whatever direction you want, and he'll have those honest conversations
Yes.
because he knows where your
Absolutely.
potential. And he
I'm
just
getting-
wants you
I'm
to be
getting
at your
chills right
best.
now. Look at it.
Yeah,
I'm
he
getting
wants
chills.
you, and anything you need, he's there, and so is all the team. It's one of the best.
It's
Yeah,
family.
there.
I think I can say this for all three of us for being in the system as long as we have. You started 2012, I started 2014.
I started like
And he has really helped shape us into the adults we've become. Like,
honestly.
I think there's a lot of things in my day-to-day life that I really draw from my time at Fortis, my coaching, like being coached personally by him. And not just like fighting stuff, like in real life too. Like it's really wild. And he also taught me how to be really great with a gun. I'm just
There
gonna
you
throw it
go.
out there. He took me to my first gun range, and ever since then, I'm a good shot, you guys. So I can beat you up with my hands,
Allah. Watch
and
out.
if I have to.
He
I
also
hope the
trains his
safety's
dog
on those guns.
too.
Bro, his dog can literally like take you down,
Yes.
everything, bro. Like,
He gets
Watch
double
out.
leg, like
Okay, shout out Boris.
yeah,
Oh.
Boris.
Boris is the best,
Yeah.
He runs
best
that gym.
doggy everywhere.
Yeah.
I remember those like first couple years with Boris at Fortis. We would do all like those team huddles, and he would get anxious when Safe would be in the middle of them. He would like dart across and be
He's the
like,
only one that can
Dad,
walk on the mats."
Dad, where are you? No, you can't. I have to see you. It was so funny. He was such a sweet baby. He's still such a sweet baby. I will be up there lifting weights, and Boris will be like, no, you can't lift weights right now. You need to pet me. like
Yeah.
immediately.
That's cute.
And I'm like, you're gonna get me in trouble. Coach Safe is gonna yell at me for like loving you.
Bro, it's funny because Coach Safe will literally like he'll remember you and he'll remember like what kind of like the best that he wants to bring out of you, and he'll always like, hey, you been going? Hey, I haven't seen you. Hey, he holds you accountable. And
He'll call
that's
you
what
out.
it is.
He's in your DM sometimes. He will
Oh,
literally DM you on
everybody's-
Instagram and
Oh,
be
yeah.
like, where have you been?
He'll send you voicemails, and like I swear, like I almost got kicked out of Fortis because he wrote me a meal plan, and he's like, if you don't get down to 170, you're out. Bro, I literally locked in. I got down to 169. I weighed in, and Coach Safe was like, okay, you're good. But then I went back up, obviously.
No, like the structure and the discipline is like, you know, as an adult, sometimes you need that. Sometimes you do. But let's get into UFC 314 taking place in Miami this past Saturday. Some interesting. This was actually an explosive card.
It was.
Oh my God, it's so good.
Every time they have cards in Miami, it is exactly like
And
that.
I believe this
And
April
Florida
thing is
general.
going to be a thing. Like every
Yeah.
April, we're going to have a fight in Miami. And to remind everybody, last year's Miami card was just as fire. So lots to live up to going into this one. Which fight do you guys want to start with?
What do you want to say?
I mean, we'll just go, obviously
you do
just
prelims? Any prelims that stood out to you?
Yeah, talk to me about prelims because I did not watch the prelims.
Chase Hooper.
Chase
yeah,
Harper
Chase
looked
was
really
trending
good.
on Twitter. I
Yeah.
saw that.
Let me just say I'm close to Steven Ocho Peterson. Shout out.
He's friend of the show. He's been on the show.
Hey, the best spinning back fist, and even in my country. But let's just say if Chase Hooper keeps going on track, I hope to see them fight again. I
Yeah.
hope to see that rematch.
Yeah, no, I mean, Chase has like come such a long way. I remember he's like 19, 20 years old coming to the UFC. I think he's real. We saw him on the Contender Series. He's really matured and growing. I'm excited to
Do
see.
people still call him Baby Ben Askren?
I don't think so
not
anymore.
anymore. I don't think Ben
I don't
Askren's
think
relevant.
anymore. I think he's not an octave Ben,
He's
but I think the way
mature.
he's such a man now. So it's
Oh,
good.
he's all grown up.
Bro, he's
all
mature
grown up.
nowadays.
I will say, how about Yair Rodriguez over
Oh. Hey,
Pitbull?
you know what? Prelims done.
Yeah.
Straight to the main card, baby.
So this was a fight that I was excited when it got made. Now I'm going to say this as someone who's covered, been known, like not personally known, but the world behind Pitbull for a long, long time because of Bellator and just having friend fighters be in that same realm.
Mr. Worldwide.
There's multiple rules.
You
Did you know that?
I want to say this. Like, I wish he was there 5 years ago when he was really on his tear. And the build-up. And it just is what it is. I mean, he was one of the stars. But Yair, I mean, that's the best I've seen Yair in a
My
long
God, the
time.
pace that Yair brought to that
Yeah.
fight. I always say,
Bullied him.
when I talk about my
Dude.
kickboxing days, Yair is top 5 for me in fighters I would emulate. The way the man
you'd whoop
sets
his
up
ass, to
his
be honest.
kicks. What did you just say?
I said I think you'd whip his ass. Nah.
Nah.
Well, the range, he's really. I'll say this: he, as a Taekwondo guy, he never really would fight his range as much. He has matured in his striking and really polished his accuracy, which I always love seeing these tall, lanky guys do. Not all of them, do it all the time. I still feel like Sean could do that. O'Malley a little bit more, utilize his knees. But Yair looked big too, like he looked strong, which. After those fight with Ilia Topuria, that like you got to realize like okay, put on that muscle because Pitbull is exactly what his name is, and that's why he was multiple-time champion.
Small and stocky.
Yeah, and powerful.
I
I
want to say something about Pitbull. I think what happened. I was watching like a lot of. I rewatched that fight twice because
Yeah.
it was a really good fight. But I think Pitbull, honestly, like Dana White said in his interview, dude, the UFC is just a different game.
It is.
I
The
agree.
volume
it's a
and
different
everything.
level of talent.
Yeah, and I think he honestly because I've seen Pitbull's stuff in Bellator, and I think he kind of. You're right. Maybe that's why the strategy is like they won't bring him in 5 years ago, but I think the pressure and the lights and everything. I think it got to him because he could have done way more, but the seasonedness of Yair just being in the UFC for so long.
I think too, though, this is what. It's great to be a veteran, but there's a lot of tape on you. A lot, and his style is once you figure it out, once you can really figure it out and shut down him, then you can have control. And Yair's been so good at doing that most of his career, And now that he's put on, I mean, he looks bigger. I mean, he looked
I
like a
love-
155 pounder.
He's
I
looking,
love it.
I know. I thought he was fighting 155. I was like, jeez.
Nope.
A lot of tacos and tortas, bro.
I highly doubt it with that man. He's beautiful.
But no, I mean, phenomenal performance by Yair. It'll be interested to see what we see from Pitbull. There's still some fun matches you can make with him.
How
at
about
145.
that press
Dale.
conference skirmish with
Oh,
Yair
Diego.
Rodriguez and Diego Lopez?
Okay, that
What
came up
in
at our
the
table.
heck?
Yeah.
Like, that conversation came up. Do we know the backstory?
Okay,
Sort
so-
of.
so
oh, you go ahead if you know
I can
more
tell a
in
little bit
depth.
about it. Okay, so basically, Yair Rodriguez is straight up from Mexico, born in Mexico. He thinks that Diego Lopez is trying to get some clout from like kind of like flexing the Mexican crowd, but he's Brazilian, you know, at the end of the day.
He doesn't speak Spanish
Yeah,
or
he-
English, for the record.
Yeah, I don't know what he speaks. I'm
Portuguese.
glad the translator does his
Portuguese.
job. but
No, that really threw me because I thought
they might even fight.
His
to be-
tattoos in English.
his tattoos in English. That threw
I thought
me.
that was Viking, to be honest. I didn't.
No, I read it. I
No,
read it. It's in
I-
English.
I was busting out laughing because that was the first time I realized the tattoo was in English. And one of my guy friends, who's not an MMA person, was with us that night. Topher goes, he looks like the no regrets
Oh,
guy.
that went.
Yeah, it-
Sure, that mean no
Yeah.
regret. Not one word. Not one
No
alphabet.
But look, here's the thing: like Mexican pride, man. I'm born from Mexico City too. Our Mexican pride is so different. Like literally, like we get so fueled by where we come from that honestly, I think Yair felt a little disrespect that he was trying to get some clout from the Mexican crowd. I mean, I don't mind that everybody could get the clout the way they want, but I would love to see both of them fight. I'm not gonna lie.
There was
we'll get
something
there.
about a
We will-
training partner too, or
we
something
will-
like
yeah,
that.
yeah, they were.
And a female
Yeah.
was involved.
Hey, oh, when a female's involved, you already know. Toxica, shoot.
But unfortunately,
you have that
Diego
one.
lost, so we're not. I mean, that kind of spoils.
All right, before we get to
That. I know.
Diego, talk to me about Michael Chandler.
And Patty the Baddie.
got chills.
One of the first things you said when you sat in this chair was like, "Yo, I think I'm a Patty the Baddie fan."
Dude,
Talk to me.
I think
What changed your mind? What changed your mind in this weekend?
Look, okay, so I kept up with Patty the Baddie ever since like pre-UFC, but I didn't like the way he came at Joe Rogan in one of the interviews, so I stopped being a Patty the Baddie fan. But he did go ghost for a minute, and he locked in. And when I saw him again, I was singing, "Hey, Patty the Baddie."
You know what I think it is? You know what I think it is? He's a dad.
Yeah, I was about to say he's got
I mean,
twins.
yeah.
He's got babies.
I miss his hair though. I don't like the braid things. It makes him look like Jeepers Creepers or something. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm here for it.
is that a drink?
Yes,
I
go
love
right
that.
ahead.
That was great. I gotta agree with you. I'm not the biggest Patty the Baddie fan, but the show he put on Saturday,
Bro.
how could you not love
Holy
it?
crap!
Well, this is the fight that
I'm
you
a
need
fan
to
again.
see exactly what you saw for him. Chandler's tough as nails, win or lose, but he's not easy to put away.
No,
the last
not
person
at
was
all.
Charles Oliveira in 2021.
I saw that fight.
So the fact
I was
that
there.
Patty was relentless, you could see it building up, and just kept on barrage. And that's what he does. That's what he does. And he needed a fight with this high-level profile to really, I think, because there was some of the build-up, in his UFC kind of padded. Some think he lost the Jared Gordon fight. So, but this was, and then fighting Tony Ferguson, who we knew was, long done. But this was a fight. I mean, because Chandler is one of those guys. If you want to be
He's
right
tough.
there, you got to put him away.
And I came into that fight, saying, okay, this is a great matchup for both dudes, not just Patty. This
Yeah.
was a good fight for Michael Chandler too, because we didn't see him for 2 years because he was
waiting for Connor, man.
waiting. He was
Shout out Connor,
Well,
still
no,
my favorite
he-
fighter of all
he-
time.
He lost in November to Charles.
Yeah, he
This-
did.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. I discarded
would've
that from my
whooped him.
Yeah.
memory because Chucky Olives is my favorite. But anyway, what I was going to say is I walked into that fight thinking Michael Chandler has been essentially in training camp for 2 years, waiting for his moment in the UFC, coming over from Bellator, similar to Pitbull. Patty Pimblett, we didn't really know if he was ready for this kind of a moment, right? And he showed great poise. He was accurate. He was on his shit. That was the first time I watched a Patty fight and was like, I enjoy this man.
First time?
First time that I've enjoyed it.
Oh, okay,
Other
okay.
times I've been a skeptic.
Yeah.
Drink.
Well, I think he's definitely there. Definitely mediocre.
I wasn't impressed until Saturday night.
Bro, literally
He came
when
up
they-
big.
Yeah.
Sometimes,
There it is.
sometimes another go
Keep
around.
drinking.
Hey, another one. All right. Shoot. Literally, when they announced him, let's just say, like, if you guys rewatch the fight, when they announced him, he looked like Chandler didn't even want to like look at him. Like he looked like he was like death stare all day. And he was locked in.
The pop he gets in the crowd too. Dare I say, like I feel like that is very Conor McGregor-esque. The dancing.
I think if he
and
can have
all
more
the
performances,
things, I love it.
like Saturday against guys like that,
Bro.
I think you'll start to see. Obviously, there's only one Conor McGregor, but we need that entertainment value.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
so if he can now put away those guys like that, nobody cares if a guy's out of the top 15 or whatever. But putting away Chandler, who is very hard to put away, only very few people have ever done it.
Exactly. In that fashion.
Now you got everyone's attention.
All right. So he said he called out essentially anybody in the top
I
five.
want everybody.
Dustin.
Justin, Dustin.
I like how he didn't call out Topuria because honestly, Topuria is cringe. He's weird.
Well, I think it's seeming like rumor mill, Charles versus Ilya. So, but how about Patty versus...
That's going to be so hard for me. I
think
just want you to know
Patty
that.
Justin makes sense, and so does Patty Armand. If they don't give it Armand Islam, I know they paused on it, but the fact that it is Charles and possibly, I know they haven't made it official. That's
Y'all,
the rumor.
how much of a banger would Justin and Patty be?
Oh,
I'm
shit.
kind
I
of.
don't even. I'm split to even know who to choose because
It-
Justin's tough as
I am
nails.
kind of getting hot and bothered just
It's-
thinking about
it's
it.
like
but
I think Patty would be like. And
yeah.
you already know Justin don't flake.
I think it's going to be Holloway Dustin 3 for the BMF title. That's what it's the rumor mill
That's what
in
I
New
think, too.
Orleans.
Yo,
I
Holloway
do-
looks so good.
Yeah.
And Dustin needs to retire. Dustin.
Well, and here's the thing. You know what's
Stop.
great? He was Max's first fight in the UFC, and he
No
could be
way.
and
Max could be his last.
yeah.
Wow.
And so yeah.
You want to know what I really want to see? I know
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like
Do it.
irrelevant
Tell
to
us.
the
Tell us.
314.
Tell us.
I'm such a big Connor fan. Everybody. I want to see Dustin and Connor. What would it be? 3 or 4?
Oh, I'm not interested.
I want to see that so
That
bad
is a
because
swipe left for me, bro.
if he didn't break his leg,
But he did break his leg.
But he also lost in the second one pretty dumbly too. I think the thing with Connor is once again
yeah, he might be.
he doesn't
It's
need
all
it.
good.
And I think the division, the sport has evolved past that. But we should focus on the future guys like
Exactly,
Patty
exactly.
and
Patty.
Armand and all of them because they're a lot of fun to watch.
I think even Patty beats Oliveira. I'm not gonna lie.
How dare you?
You want to know why? I'm a big Oliveira fan, but I think
Not as big as me.
Oliveira holds back, dude. Like every time he's in deep pressure, what does he do? He pulls guard, and then he literally gets pummeled every single time. The two fights against Makachev, same thing.
Yeah.
He was in
Well,
trouble.
Chandler
and then
did
he-
that to him.
Yeah,
in
even
the
Chandler
first.
too. So I think Patty beats him. I'm not gonna lie.
It's funny. I feel like Charles Oliveira, like you always talk about the fighter's button. You hit the button, they go down, they get knocked out. You hit Charles Oliveira's button, he wakes the fuck up.
He loves being on his back.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
He's a
it'd be a fun
psycho.
matchup. He is. He's tall too. Man, he died going to
He looks
145.
like what's it called? The one from X-Men, Nightcrawler.
Nightcrawler.
Yeah, he's a beast. My favorite X-Men for sure.
Oh, man.
So
God.
great card. It
Okay.
brought that Miami Heat.
Drink. Boo! I hate the Miami Heat. I'm also out of alcohol. Anyway, let's talk about this main event. Volkanovski,
Oh yeah.
Another banger.
absolute banger.
Yeah, I
Made me
mean,
lose my parlay for sure.
it was.
You picked against Volk?
You know what though?
What is wrong
when
with
the moment
you?
I saw Drake bet for Volk, I was like, oh man, come on! Out of everybody, Drake. Hey, he got his money.
Bro, it's just I'm a huge Volk fan.
But
It's just
Here comes the
I
but.
thought Diego Lopez was gonna bring him, but I think he didn't even. Bro,
did
it's
anybody
just the
else
Volk's
think that
experience.
Diego Lopez kind of looks like Drake Bell?
I
Like
mean,
Drake and
I hear
Josh?
cricket.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like Drake and Josh.
He's got a
Maybe
he's
a
got a good
little.
mullet.
Like if Drake Bell
Oh,
had a mullet.
you mean his face? I think his face.
Yeah,
I
his
think,
face,
I think
definitely.
I honestly I wasn't disappointed with Diego's performance. It's just this is what happens when you have fight IQ
Bro.
and when it comes to a close fight,
The
there's
experience
nobody.
showed.
Yeah.
Experience, bro.
So, but this is I think only going to make Diego better because he was in there and he hurt him too. He
Yeah,
cut
I was
him.
gonna
It was a
say
couple
you
times.
could
It was
easily
close.
argue that Diego won 3-2.
Yes,
like
yeah.
anybody who watched that fight could make an argument. I'm not
just
saying
based
it's
on the
right
high
argument,
pace, the volume.
That's why I was
felt.
celebrating, to be honest, my parlay.
but
But Volk is Volk.
Volk is Volk,
Yeah, you have to beat him like he's the champ.
and you have to. Thank
Yeah.
you. You
I think he's
took the
gonna
words
get a
right
new
out of my
fire, and I think he's gonna be unbeatable for a couple of fights. I'm not gonna lie.
So that brings me to what you said earlier. You would like to see Yair take on Diego Lopez next.
Yeah, I want to see that.
I also would love to see
This-
that. I think that's a perfect contender fight.
Yeah.
I do think Diego can make a case for an immediate rematch because of how close that fight
can.
was. But I think there's just so much like marketing wise that you can do with Yair and Diego.
Here's the tough thing, though. That kind of makes sense right there because Yair fought Volk a couple years ago, and we saw how that went. Doesn't mean it has to happen in a second. I don't know that you can like fire up the crowd with that again. This is where 145 is very interesting without Ilya because the one guy that actually deserves this shot, but it goes to decision, is Elov. And I don't know that he can fire people up unless he can go out there and submit. You know, he didn't submit Aljo, but he really is the number one contender. The other one is Leon Murphy, who went out and not the greatest performance, in my opinion, against Josh Emmett.
Yeah,
you
that
know?
was
So
Agreed.
it's weird. So maybe Yair gets it. Maybe you run back the rematch. Just because right now at 145 we're kind of in a, you know.
It's a tough situation. Like we don't
Yeah.
know like, what kind of matchups like there's gonna be.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's just going to depend on, I don't know if you're going to get people to draw in against Volk, because Volk's just so, look at his resume, and it's usually super exciting.
All right,
The
I'm about
greatest.
to ask you a very weird question.
Yo, what's up?
How would you feel? I know that Dana just broke the news that he's going to be working with Meta to help with fighter rankings. They're taking a more analytical approach. How would you feel with AI being a factor in setting up rankings and eventually setting up matches? Are we cool with that? Or do we really just want to rely on our human emotion and the eye test to make matches moving forward?
I think honestly, like I know a lot of people are skeptical with AI, even me being a graphic designer. But you just gotta embrace it. You gotta let AI work with you and not for you. And so if you're able to manage that, I think honestly it's the future. And even with Meta, like we're gonna be probably watching fights with our VR, like being hand in hand. And
You want
I've
to be
heard
in the
something
cage
about
watching the fight?
that. For real, like I've heard a lot of
Oh,
intel
the
about
pick
that.
is in. Sorry
hey,
for the wings.
Who's that?
Oh, she's a NC State
pretty
girl.
good?
So NC State was in the Final Four, not this year, but
She's
the year
5'10".
before.
What's her name?
So they drafted another guard.
Ooh. Y'all might have to start watching the WNBA.
Isaiah James.
I am telling you.
Sheesh.
So she went to Chicago. So
Oh,
Haley
she's
Van
cold.
Went to
Haley
the
Van
Sky.
Lent is going to the Sky and is going to play with Angel Reese.
She
Guys
plays like
like
That
Allen
team
Iverson.
is so sexy. What the
Yeah.
fuck?
Yo, she plays like Allen Iverson. I'm not
Sky
gonna
is
lie.
high there. Oh, Paige bigger, and I was like, all right,
I ain't mad about it. I ain't mad about
all
it.
right.
Do a
We
good
got some
duo.
firepower.
We're going to see. We're going to see. I guess we're going for speed, not power. And I'm cool with that, too. I'm cool with speed. They're excited.
I like how they just constantly have the sparklers going on there.
Hey, you know what? We don't get to have very many of these. Let's have this moment.
Well, there's a new flare in town.
All right, same question to you. How do you feel about AI possibly being a factor when it comes to setting matches and determining champions moving forward in the UFC?
Well, I'm going to say, as I've seen a lot of bad decisions from humans on these rankings and unfair matchups in the year.
AI judges.
You know,
That's a good way to
like
put it.
I've seen people that are ranked 10 and below get title shots.
That's
And
crazy.
so, yeah, I mean, why not give it a shot? And it can't do worse. Just don't ask it to pick our Dallas sports team's futures on when we're going to win championships, because at this rate, it's 2050.
Yeah.
So
Hey, shout out ChatGPT.
I don't know
Your
how old I'm going
predictions.
to be, but
Hey, it's already running the presidency.
Dude,
so
yeah.
who cares,
I don't even know
right?
when the
It's-
Cowboys are going to win, bro. I hope to see it in my
no,
lifetime.
the year
If I'm in the mob,
3000.
I'm anti-AI. I got to be real.
Okay, yes, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for someone to be anti-AI. Talk to me.
Well, I mean, if I'm, influencing fighters' willingness to, get in a fight that maybe is a little bit bigger than they are or not, then I might be a little upset that a machine is making those kind of calls and I'm not. But I'm not in the mob, so,
I will say, I think you said it the best. You have to work with AI.
Yes.
But yeah, that cat's out of the bag, man.
Don't let it work for
It's
you.
Yeah,
here.
don't let it work for you. I think
Yeah.
you can set your
AI
parameters
is
and,
my bitch.
and train it in a way to understand what the golden objective of the moment is. I mean, I work in analytics. I work with AI a shit ton in my day-to-day job. So, like,
Mine has a hard time turning on the
You got to pay for the premium, bro.
light, the lights.
That sounds like an Amazon or Google problem. That's not an AI
I
problem.
run it all locally. I don't use any of the names. It's all run in
What
house.
are you using the Opera and ChatGPT, bro? Like, what's it
That's
called?
right.
But I do think it'll eliminate a lot of the bias in that building. I think, we can always tell who the UFC is really trying to push. They did it with Sean O'Malley. They did it with Sage Norcutt. They did it with Macy Barber. Like, you can literally rattle off the names of people who were not successful when they were put in the spotlight too early. And I think when you merge the data with the human, you're going to be a little bit more successful moving forward. And we were talking about this Saturday night. Not sure if you remember, but we did talk about this Saturday night.
Right.
In saying that the UFC viewership is down this year.
No, I remember us talking about that.
And they're having issues with their marketing. And they're pulling in WWE superstars
We need another Connor.
to create content with, because there isn't that guy or girl that you're willing to like hang your hat on at the end of the day and stalk and like be obsessed with the way we were all obsessed with Connor. So I think having a smarter way to do the rankings and make the matchups will make it a little bit more enticing for the bottom line.
Look at
I
that.
think you're going to end up seeing competitive AIs making these decisions
Snap.
against each other.
You're gonna have open weight classes.
That's right.
Yo, we're gonna see the first AI UFC match, bro.
It's going to be crazy.
In robotic bodies.
That's wild.
The only thing, though, unfortunately,
Sign me up, I wanna work for
what
that.
AI
Wasn't that a Hugh
can't.
Jackman movie?
Real Steel,
Real
man.
Steel. Oh, hey, shout out. I love that movie. I've rewatched it like 20 times, bro.
Oh
Well, the
my
one
God.
thing AI can't
Shoot.
fix, and I think is a big contributor to why views, is these cards falling through these fights because of injury.
The injuries, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
the
it's
injuries.
a lot.
AI can predict injuries.
And if
We-
what is this, the
you could
Minority
train-
Report, where they
you
predict
could
murder in the
train-
What
future?
is it, District 9, bro?
Think about it. Take football, right? You're seeing a lot of ACLs and Achilles, right? You can train an AI to track what is happening to all these players before they tear an ACL or before they blow an Achilles.
You could.
They'll
can
do
do
anything
the
but
same
go
thing
back
in
to
fighting.
fucking grass.
Do you think they test in virtual
Not
like fighting?
fucking science.
I think that's bro. I think there's a lot of technology going on behind the scenes that like dark web and don't get me started, but I think there's a lot of cool shit going on, bro.
I agree.
I agree
There's a
with
lot
you.
of cool things going on with AI, but tracking Aaron Rodgers' decrepit body is not a very useful use of your time,
Yeah. Ask the Minnesota Vikings.
right?
Ask the New York Jets.
A 40-year-old man playing quarterback on
AI
turf.
says
You don't think
no.
he's going to have ACL problems? Fucking tearing his tendons and shit.
People are
It's
superhuman,
real.
bro. Look at Cristiano Ronaldo. Motherfucker's a fucking like.
Well, some of us aren't
Me.
from planet Earth.
And you can
He
also say
probably
that
believes in
you could
science.
also, hey, for the record, you could also say the same thing about LeBron James. 20-year career, no major injuries.
But have you seen his feet though?
Oh,
He
dude,
was in
he's
Space
walking-
Jam.
God damn.
Yeah, no, his toes are a little. This question.
Hey, those should not be on OnlyFans.
You know what? Talking about LeBron's feet was not on my bingo card tonight, so thank
Man,
you for that.
Hey,
You know
Shouts
what?
out
Hey, I'm
to
in the news, even though I only
LeBron
watch
Foot
UFC.
OnlyFans.
That is toe
Finder.
jam.
Feet Finder, LeBron James the King, 14.
Okay. So,
All right, back to UFC mode.
back to UFC.
Jiminy crickets.
All right.
Moving forward, I'm going to ask you this question now. What division for essentially gives you a boner?
Oh my god, the 150.
She's been waiting to say that all night.
Bro, the 155 division gets me hard as fuck. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I have no idea. I have no idea what
Yes,
that division
and.
Is it because of Patty
That
the
is
Batty
great.
now?
No, not even, bro. It's just Dustin Poirier is still savage. Justin Gaethje, he's willing to die in that cage. Honestly, they're the gate. Whoever can, like, literally, like, I think Patty's next fight is gonna be either Oliveira, Dustin Poirier, or Justin Gaethje. Like,
God, I hope it's
that
Justin.
division is stacked. Every other division's kind of like up in the air. We'll see what's up with it, you know. But man, 155 is crazy right now.
I will throw in ladies 135 in the ring.
Ladies 135.
You saw that heat between Juliana and Kayla at the press conference this past weekend. Amanda has already come out and said that she
Juliana
will
sucks.
fight the winner of that. You bite your tongue for Hall of Famer
old as fuck.
Amanda Nunez. Shut the fuck
Oh,
up.
Amanda
I
Nunez
will
is,
literally
Amanda
fight
Nunez
you.
is good.
All right.
That's what I said. Amanda will fight
The
the
lion
winner. Why
came
did
out
you say
tonight.
she sucks?
No, I said Juliana Pena sucks.
Oh my God, I thought you said
Wow.
Amanda sucks.
Man.
What they
I
put,
would-
hey, I want
Hey,
what
where's AI?
I want what
Where's
she's having.
I would put my life on the
No,
line
of
for
course.
Amanda. Just
Amanda
saying.
Nunez is so good.
And yes, I'm not a fan of
Julianne
Juliana either.
Bro, she can't even walk. She can't even run, bro. Like,
Okay, but yes, the 135 has a lot of contenders in it. Again, shout out Macy Chizon. She's got a
Macy's
big
the next
fight
champ.
with
I'm saying it right
Ketlin
here. Mark my
Vieira, May 31st, and that winner will essentially be the number 2 behind Amanda. Say Amanda does come back.
time.
Now, if Amanda, something goes wrong, decides not to fight, backs out, you could be looking at either Mace or Ketlin taking that spot against the winner of the 135 belt. How we feeling about that, boys?
No, I mean, these are the true
I'm
contenders.
getting chills.
These are the real contenders. Personally, from a marketing, I definitely get Amanda coming back, especially if Kayla wins. If Kayla wins, because there's
Absolutely.
history. However, I'm also always the believer I would love to see the true number 1 contender right now get a shot just because of timing. So we'll have to see, but they are the contenders. I wouldn't take any other fight. Whoever wins on May 31st, just you'll have extra time, to prepare because, I mean, it's such a big fight, whoever wins. Because you're either going to be we'll see what Pena does because you can't underestimate Julianne Pena. She's especially dangerous on the ground. But
She's really pretty. I will give her that.
But
she's gorgeous.
regardless of it, like, I hope that I don't want either one, Macy or Kaylin, have to take another fight. They deserve the number 1 contender.
Macy
That means
deserves
you
it.
wait another 6 months. That's fine. Build up.
Yep, just work on your stuff. All right, we're in our last 10 minutes, so I'm going to
snap,
throw this
already?
at you. For the last 10 minutes, do you want to talk about WrestleMania or the Dallas Stars?
We need to talk about his art show. That's
I'll
Yes.
do it
Let's
real
talk
quick.
about the art show.
I'll do
Yeah,
super quick.
let's plug your art show.
So basically, me and 2 other individuals, shout out Jorge, shout out Destiny. We created this group called Crea, created the logo, branding, and everything. And we're like throwing different events, like bringing creatives together and collaborating with different people that maybe don't have a platform to get an art show, or we're basically going beyond the galleries and creating our own pop-ups around town. And shout out Crea. We have our first event April 25th. Pull up. It's going to be at Fibonacci in Deep Ellum. It's only going to be like around from 7 to 10 p.m. So you guys are safe, all good. We're going to have armed security. Everything's chilling. So yeah, pull up April 25th
I'll be there.
and follow us at Collab con Crea. So shout out.
And I just want to plug again, you are such a talent.
I appreciate it.
I've known you for a while, and I've gotten to work with you now on multiple events, not just you designing our logo. I've seen you work for Ocho. I saw you do Global MMA, and obviously Tanner. Throw It Back karaoke every Wednesday here at Underdog.
Every Wednesday.
I'm just glad for the opportunity. I appreciate you guys trusting me. Honestly, when you pick up a client, it's all about trust, and I really love bringing the client's vision to life. That's really what I'm about in my
Yeah.
design field.
I will say, when you sat us down that day to go through, what did you drop? 12 different logos for us?
Honestly, yeah. For you guys, I had a ton of options. It was
and
intense. I had fun.
it was difficult. There were a
Yeah.
lot of good ones in there. I'm just rambling now, but you are incredible at what you do. I'm excited to
appreciate
see
it.
what you and the other
Gratitude.
artists have for us on the 25th. I can't wait.
Pull up. Yeah, it's gonna be a good time. So a free event. Shout out April 25th, Fibonacci. Be there.
Yes.
There you go.
I'll
There you
be
go.
there.
See, I keep it quick.
Yeah,
Don't
man.
worry.
All right, I'm glad I wanted to make sure we talked about that before.
Dallas
Thank you,
Wings
Tanner.
picked
Thank
in.
you.
Madison Scott.
Shout
Ole
out to the
Miss.
producer Tanner. Oh wait, who is she?
Oh, look, a tall one.
Yo, they all
Yeah,
got,
you want it? 6'2".
I
They're-
wanted a taller one. Yeah.
they
but-
all have drip. Look at them.
oh my! It's
Jeez.
like you have never seen women's basketball.
I really, honestly, I really don't watch a lot of women's sports.
Literally,
To be honest.
before we sat down, I'm showing Tanner everybody's outfits, and we are rating the outfits together. This is what we do.
That one with the keys, that was the winner
that was
for me.
Nikki.
That's the keys to victory.
Nikia from Seattle Storm. She was there supporting Paige. Her outfit was fucking fire.
Yeah, it was.
Wait till you see my outfit for April 25th. I'm trying to drip it up.
I will rate
Yeah,
your outfit.
boy.
I will literally film content of me rating your outfit. How about
Hey,
that?
Yeah,
How,
rate me,
how
please.
tall are your boot toes gonna be?
Your
You're
boot
gonna do the
Yeah, I would not be in no boot toes or no
you get-
heels. So
you get in where they
even
come
though I'm a
up real
5'9"
high.
baddie.
Hey, 5'9" is still taller than me. I can't say shit.
Right.
Okay, now you can choose
All right.
WrestleMania or the Dallas Stars. Unless you can do the Dallas Stars in 3 minutes, and then we do the
minutes.
WrestleMania.
What are they doing right now?
Oh, they're playing right
Last I saw, they were up 3-2.
Okay, good. Yeah. Well,
Did they
I'll
win?
just say this.
Oh,
I'll
that's the
spit out.
network.
I'll just spit out both real quick. I'll just say, Stars obviously going to be hosting now. We know Colorado at home. At least they have home ice. They've been on a skid. Looks like they're up tonight. They got one more game before going to the playoffs. We'll see if they can get their confidence, get their fire. We're going to need Jamie Benn to come out and.
One note to add, because you're saying get their confidence, they are on a 5-game losing streak right now.
Yes. They
And
need
you
their confidence
do
back.
not want to be on a losing streak going into the playoffs. That's usually a very bad thing.
It's not good. It's not good.
And it's kind of scary, honestly. The defense is definitely concerning me. Jake Ottinger is having to do way too much. And I know a lot of that. We talked about it a little bit last week. Mira Heiskanen being out with an injury. Again, fuck Mark Stone. Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's the one that injured Miro. So fuck him.
Fuck him.
So I am hoping that Essa Lindell, Grunland, the guy that we acquired at the trade deadline, Tyler Harley, can do a little bit of a little like transformation between now and when we start playing the Avalanche. But like, let me tell you, do not be surprised if we are starting to score 6 or 7 goals a game to win in those playoff games, because it's going to be
gonna be
all
a fight.
firepower. And then keep in mind, Mikko Rantanen, longtime Colorado Avalanche, now playing
All
for
right.
the Stars. There's going to be emotion. There's going to be some sauce.
Motion twin.
It's going to get saucy.
Yo, I
and-
heard Stars like to fight. Shoot.
It's like Papa John's pizza, extra sauce.
Pull up.
But I'm just saying, it's going to get emotional and it's
Yeah.
going to get wild. I wouldn't be surprised if it goes 7.
Oh, it's going to be a fight.
7.
It's going to be a fight. It's going to be a fight. I'm looking forward to it nervously.
I'm very nervous. Very, very nervous.
Well, we're going to be following the journey here in the next week, covering.
Yeah,
Watch along
we're going to be
with
wearing
us.
victory green for the next 2 weeks,
Yeah, it's going to be
hoping and praying for the best.
hoping and praying for the best, which is what we do for all of our Dallas sports team.
They're the
course.
ones that have the best shot.
Town?
Real quick, Mavs playing on Wednesday against the Kings.
Blech.
There you go. That's how we
What
feel.
is that reaction?
Boo you whore.
So,
I don't even think we should have been in the play-in. We should have tanked for a better pick.
Yeah.
Why the fuck are we in this game?
well, we see the Wings got it right tonight. So, and for wrestling fans out there, it's the big one. Saturday and Sunday, WrestleMania. Even if you don't like wrestling, it's such a spectacle. It's so entertaining. You never know. They bring in celebrities. Last year, you had Jason Kelsey and Lane Johnson get
Not just
involved.
the celebrities,
Show
former
speed and
wrestlers. They
Tyson
brought in The Undertaker.
Yeah, like you never know. There's always surprises. It is a big spectacle.
Which
gonna be
matches
here?
are you looking forward to the most? It's in Vegas.
I'm looking to Yeet, Jey Uso,
And Gunther.
over Gunther. I'm looking for that big triple threat main event between Punk, Reigns, and Seth Rollins, but also
All
Cena,
these
Cody.
men with beautiful wives fighting over Paul Heyman. Fuck 'em.
Yes. But it should be fun. You never know. There's always surprises.
For me, triple threat, Rhea, Bianca, Io
That's
Sky.
going to be a great one.
Looking forward to
Athletically,
that.
they're going to be super good.
Did you watch Rhea Ripley's Stephanie's Places episode yet on ESPN
No.
Plus? Watch it.
I know. I love that. I love her interviews and sit downs with these wrestlers.
I've watched all 3 episodes. Rhea's is the best
Yeah.
by far.
Bro, I'm
So
so
watch
out
it.
of date with wrestling. I like back in the day, Jeff Hardy, Shawn
yeah.
Michaels, like those are all
I
my
went,
favorites. I'm OG.
I went to a TNA show a few months ago and I saw the Hardy Brothers.
What?
Yes.
Yeah, I would have cried. I'm not gonna lie.
So did Steven.
Too
Y'all can talk
extreme.
about that.
Team Too Extreme. Probably best ladder match of
Rey
all time.
Mysterio, Eddie
WrestleMania
Guerrero.
7.
Rey Mysterio. Important. on
Oh,
the ring.
shoot. The
Oh.
Wings just scored, and not the
Red
side,
Wings.
this side.
Red Wings.
Ah,
All right. Well,
What about
I guess
all,
confidence.
What about all these Mexican stars coming from the Mexican wrestling into wrestle, to WWE?
I mean,
Penta.
Penta's great. He's been a
I
long
really
time.
like Penta.
Rey
Yo, he's a
Mysterio's
savage,
still
bro.
going strong.
And Dominic Mysterio.
Yes, son.
Wait, he has a
Dirty
son?
Dom. Yeah.
already?
Dom.
It's an intercontinental title fight.
Oy
So,
vey.
but yeah, it's a big week of a
Yeah,
lot
the
of
sun
things
was-
going on.
Where are y'all watching?
I'm at home. I'm
Nice.
hosting. Yeah, you're invited. You're invited. You want to come?
I'm
come
down.
through. Pull up.
You know
pull
me, yes,
up.
man.
Hey, everybody. Party at Reyes.
Hey, party
Pull
at Reyes,
up.
shout out.
Shoot me a DM at pouring.takes.
Hey, point
You
that
wanna-
takes, baby.
You want to come in? Come
That's
through.
right.
I'm not gonna lie, you guys
Hey.
are like one of the best podcasts. Like you guys got great voices, great vibes. So
Oh, we
thanks for
appreciate
having me, guys.
Hey,
Thank
man.
you for
Thanks for being
coming.
here. How can we find you on the internet?
At DJaZteca 14, DJaZteca 14. That's my handle. So yeah, pull up.
And we'll
Azteca
tag you and
14.
everything and repost
you,
all
thank
your
you.
things because we
Thanks for
love
having
you,
me.
your family. Again, if you're looking to advertise a product, you want to dress us up in some swag, you want us to drink your liquor, you want us to talk about an event you got coming up, we do
If
promotions.
you're opening a winery,
Oh, did you just say my code word?
that's
Do
right.
you have 1 minute left? Ooh, what's that about, 10?
Yeah.
We have
You
1
guys,
minute left.
You guys, fun fact, next door to this establishment is a beautiful establishment where wine is the thing. Water's Edge Winery. We are going to be podcasting from there next Tuesday, not Monday, Tuesday. Pull up, come and check it out. We'll be catching flights and not feelings.
I need that.
Seeing what the wine world has to clearly, this is up my alley. Looking forward to it. We got special guests, and I can't wait. Can you wait?
Man, I'm excited. Let's mix it up.
I'm ready.
You're learning wine things. Like
I
you're
am
ready.
learning. I am learning.
Smelling
Let's
a good
see.
wine. I just go.
Here, smell this one.
All right.
All right.
good
That
grapes.
is it. Cheers.
All right,
Hey, cheers.
cheers.
Thanks. Point takes, baby.
Cheers.
There you go.